way, it's cold out there kind of guy. You know, I thought this morning that if you're over 70, you should be exempted from coming out in any weather that's below 30 degrees.
Good luck with that one.
I was looking for the exemption.
Not in the waiting room from the citizens, so let's give them a few more minutes.
All right. Demetrius Clay.
Okay, well, we're still, I think the rule.
We were supposed to be taking up Mr. Pearson.
Yes, and we're ready whenever your honor is ready for Mr. Pearson.
Yeah, and we also, the two probation applications, 12 and 22 are ready for
Okay.
Let them sign that.
Yep. We'll get Mr. Harvey out. You may, if that's all your business.
Oh, y'all didn't get the next court date? Next court date? It'll be the 5th.
5th February.
Case management.
When's your birthday? May. You got to get over that. Judge Downs is down in St. John's right now. The low is 78 and has 81. Pretty nice. And then they're going to New Zealand and Australia in April. 3 weeks. Yeah, she's not letting you dust settle.
Places I want to go, I just don't want to get on.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like it either. I mean, she's okay with flying. She just keeps flying.
So I gotta figure out something.
You know, an Ambien,
I don't even know. What is that? Does that make you sleepy or something?
that puts you out.
Judge Downs told me to fly at night. So that.
Why not you take an Ambien, a half an Ambien? Yeah, put you out.
So a few times I have flown 4 hours to the left coast. We've had flights in the evening, so I pretty much it's fine. It's just coming back in the morning.
See, this is just why I just can't trust the dealerships anymore. Look at this. This my car, right? A 2016 BMW X3. It's probably the best car you can get for your money, right? But when I was at the dealership, they gave me a quote for insurance for around $183 a month. No way was I gonna pay that. So look, this is what I did. I went and did it myself, and I got it down. Let me show you. All right, let me just show you what I did, right? The website didn't take me long at all. Just asked a couple questions like what was the year of my car? Then it asked what's the make? Then it asked the model. All right, but since I already did this, let me show you what quote was. Around $49.86 a month, and that's full coverage, comprehensive collision. And I'm even covered if somebody's stealing this thing, which they seem to be doing a lot nowadays with the BMWs. And that's a big difference from what they told me. So look, I put the same exact link that I use right below this video.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through Hims.com, you can explore a range of options that work best for you, so you can grow visibly thicker and fuller hair in just 3 to 6 months. Keep it looking strong for years to come with doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride, minoxidil, and a blend of supplements that support healthy hair. 3 in 4 Hims customers say they wish they started using hair treatment earlier. Get ahead now to keep the hair you love. Get started today.
You're gonna waive formal arraignment and,
Unless you want to just keep moving.
all right, we'll keep moving. Mr. Harvey, come back and see me when you have an announcement.
I've got one announcement, Your Honor.
Not ready?
Well,
Yo, One Life Family. I don't know what the hell just happened.
I don't know which.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is this nigga going to court today? Wait a minute, y'all. I know right now there's nobody in the courtroom. I don't know what the heck just
Are
happened.
you working with Mr. Harvey?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Attorney Nicole Westmore.
Okay, Mr.
Okay.
All right, nice to meet you.
She's the brains and beauty. I'm just the aging boy. It's cold out there kind of guy. You know, I thought this morning that if you're over 70, you should be exempted from coming out in any weather that's below 32 degrees.
Good luck with that one.
I was looking for the exemption.
Okay, I'm saying, what the hell they saying now? I keep missing it. So you saying court is rescheduled?
Mr. Pierre.
He had a court date on 10/10/2024, which he failed to appear, and there was a bench warrant issued. In talking with him and checking on the system as well, what it appears to be, it was a address mishap. They had his address in there as 1033 Hollow Well, HOLLO.
Man, y'all got to be kidding me.
Which is, I don't even think it's a street in Atlanta. It was corrected when he got arrested. The correct address is in there. I verified that with him. It's 1033 Hollywood Road, Northwest, apartment R3, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. So it is correct in there.
That one
now.
sitting here like, wait a minute, what?
Notice, so we are going to ask for you to.
Hold
post
on.
the
We-
warrant,
that's-
reinstate the
man.
bond, check the bonds. They've not been.
The folk be
they've not
doing
been-
out there pump faking
Good.
and don't be really telling y'all what really going on, y'all.
So just.
That's why I was like, when I heard it, I said, I ain't
It looks like he
understanding
was
about
arrested on the
this
bench
stuff
warrant just a
going
couple
on.
weeks
But
after his failure to appear, so the state is in a position.
let me get a better understanding.
He was arrested on the bench warrant for the failure to appear.
Yes, sir.
All right,
This case was in non-complex and it was just transferred up here.
all right.
The judicial hold lift order was signed on October 22nd, so he was arrested at some point that day or before.
All right. Mr. Roebuck, is the 1033 Hollywood Road address a good address? All right.
I don't know why you keep saying the Thursday. May have been included on that. He's gonna file a waiver. He also filed a motion for bond. I didn't.
All right, thank you. February 5th. All right. Larry Shoemaker.
Claim it,
All right.
or probably.
He's a Philando Hunter.
Because he's a.
Yeah, hold, Your Honor, just so we can follow up with Ms. Jolly for any recommendations from the probation.
All right, so you'd like to hold for your announcement?
Yeah.
All right.
Be right, but that's all it would be.
Nature that would be right for a plea?
Yes, not.
All right.
I think, okay, so this it right here.
He's never been arraigned on this
No,
charge?
he has not.
No, he has not.
All right. Well,
So if we can do it that way,
I mean, is it of the nature that would be right for a plea?
negatory.
All right. Okay.
Well, it would be right, but that's all it would be. We're still, well, we're talking,
All right.
okay?
He's got multiple cases, Judge. He's got one in Judge McBurney.
Right.
That's a more serious case. So I think we're potentially discussing how to resolve that if we can.
So the best way is status quo at this particular
So,
point?
so you're looking for a universal settlement?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Arraignment in that fashion.
Sure.
And Madam Clerk, may I get the paperwork?
Yes, you may.
Sorry to get you down here for nothing. Of course, I didn't have anything to do with getting, no, I'm talking about the cameraman.
I thought you were talking to me.
No. But it doesn't look like anything's going to happen with Mr. Kendrick's case today.
Trust me, they were coming anyway.
Are you working with Mr. Harvey?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Attorney Nicole Westmore.
Okay, Mr. Westmoreland. All right, nice to meet you.
She's the brains and beauty. I'm just the aging boy. It's cold out there. Kind of guy. You know, I thought this morning that if you're over 70, you should be exempted from coming out in any weather that's below 32 degrees.
Really? Good luck with that one.
I was looking for the exemption.
Bro, this was the quickest court. This what the hell just happened, shout for real? Like, okay, that's what I heard. They say you got another serious case, but they did that shit so goddamn fast. You gotta watch that motherfucker. Hey, listen to me, y'all. You gotta watch that motherfucker 15 times in slow motion. What the fuck? Wait a minute, huh? I keep telling y'all. Some of this stuff I ain't never seen, but they went in there and hooked them boys. Them real quick, man. Listen, come back February the 5th, they said, didn't it? See, that's why I be saying, shout. That's why, first of all, that's why I mind the business that pay me. And I stay out there shit. You feel me? Because people be so quick to go to tell me, son, y'all, this finna happen. And the whole time I be like, how? Because I know the system don't necessarily work like that, but hey, it is what it is. You know, that is what it is. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But again, I'm trying to figure out what happened. Can anybody explain to me what happened? I get that he had a more serious case, which they knew before this, allegedly. They had to know he had this serious case before this. But why did these people go on here and try to glorify and promote the fact that this man was going to court today, giving false hope again? You feel me? Giving false hope again, and leading and setting a certain narrative again, like somebody done went in there and done something for this man. In my all actuality opinion, Bruce Harvey and Ms. Westmoreland, they stepping in and helping, because if they don't help them, Yak Gotti gonna be. You ever heard of what they call lost in the system? Yeah, he gonna be lost in the system, so. You feel? Oh, they messed up the. Oh, they messed up the. Oh, they messed up the court calendar. Oh, okay. Whatever is their reason for the season, hey, that's on them folks, y'all. That's all the way on them. But what I'm saying is, a lot of this stuff to me, is just weird, y'all. It's weird. And again, like I just said, if don't nobody come in there and help this man, he gonna be lost in the system, y'all. He gonna be lost in the system. Because people don't understand. People just don't understand how Fulton County operate, man. Right, blaming it on other people. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Shout y'all, and then what I think. Gonna happen, shout. First of all, I believe the probation that Deamonte Kendrick is on, I believe it ends in August. Okay. So if you only got August that your probation that your probation lasts to, in Fulton County, you get 2 for 1. Now, okay, so say you got, say Deamonte Kendrick probation in August. If he would have got locked up in August of last year, 2024, he would have only had 12 months of probation left. And in Fulton County, you get 2 for 1. So they would have revoked the remainder of your probation. You would have did the 6 months and came on home. Well, if y'all look at it from that angle on 6 months, 6 months to be in February, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 6 months right there. They're going to ride you to about 6 months. They're going to bring you back in the courtroom, kill the probation. But get what they're going to do? They're going to say, well, look, we're going to go ahead and handle your other case. Nigga, you leaving back out on probation. Fresh probation. And that's what I think going to happen. Because you still got to handle them other charges. Now, they gave you a $4,000 bond on 4 of the charges. So you can bond that. And they can even give you a bond on the other charges, the more serious charges. Okay? You can get a bond on it and bond out. But then you still going to have to come back and forth to court. Now, in the smart attorney, now you don't win and hire one of the smartest attorneys. You don't win and got Bruce Harvey. And I've been telling y'all since day one, that's one of the baddest ones in the game. I can start to get a little respect for him now. You see what I'm saying? Because of the respect Bruce Harvey carried and Miss Westmoreland. Okay. See, this is something you should have been did, but you had to start a GoFundMe. Whatever you got to do, that's your business. I'm just saying.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic ale.
Does he tell you there's a time sensitivity?
You had to get that done so that you can get you some representation. Now, I also told people this. When I was telling y'all about Bruce Harvey, and I told y'all they normally in the game of chess, you normally keep the kings and queens on the back row when you look at how the chessboard is set up. And Bruce Harvey sat back there in the back. Bruce Harvey ain't running around trying to do no interview. He not trying to be a clout chaser. He not trying to TikTok and hip hop and shit. He not doing all that. You feel me? That man, he couldn't do his job. He old school. He got one of the longest track records, one of the longest successful track records. So he not coming in there to play with you. He gonna be humble and he gonna goddamn woo woo. He gonna get you on up out of there. But a good attorney like Bruce Harvey, now listen. Here's the thing. He might have hired Bruce Harvey because he finna take him to trial on the charges he caught in the jail. Okay? That's probably why he hired Bruce Harvey. Bruce Harvey, not necessarily. Now, again, it all depends on what kind of money you working with, what your money on looking like. You know what I'm saying? Who got the real money on? Because Bruce Harvey may come to you and say, look, you know you got to handle the ad that you caught. Now, if you done started a little GoFundMe, how much you got in your GoFundMe? 25? I take that. You feel me? Times is slow right now, and I take that, but you're gonna get some probation. Now, if you got a 50 ball, you will go home. Let's not forget these is high-powered attorneys. Okay, let's not forget. So now you gotta make a decision. Now, in my opinion, an attorney like that gonna tell you, look, you gonna have to make a decision. What you gonna do about these open charges that you caught while you was locked up, where you had a man tied up in your cell, who they gonna bring to court and testify against you? Because if they win, why you think they pushing the issue? You tied a man up in your cell with kidnapping and all this. If either you finna take the probation, so you gonna end one probation and take another probation, and you can go home, but you're gonna be back on probation. We'll see you again. Or you gonna take them to trial. You got to make a decision. And the time to make that decision is now. So even today, that's what we call a dry run. You feel me? That was a dry run. That's what we call it for, the kind of dry run. You woke me up that morning, put me on the bus, brought me down here to the court, and sent me back, reset. You feel me? Dry run. Wasting my time. Had me excited for nothing. It happens. It happens. But y'all pay attention. I really becoming. I wanted to see what was gonna happen. I can't really say it because it was that I couldn't tell you what was gonna happen. That's why I came like I wanted to watch it with y'all. I wanted to watch it together. After that live we had last night, Valley had a chance about that live we did last night. Come and watch. But after doing that live with y'all, I said, man, we gotta watch it together. We got to see what's gonna happen. More bullshit. Y'all, she need to stay away from the whole thing. Every time Shawty get, listen to me, y'all. It was a good vibe. See, social media will mess you up, y'all. See, everything was a smooth vibe as long as it was a kind of under the rug. I didn't know that she had apparently gotten butted a $4,000 bond. That $400. You can get out of jail $400 on them charges. You ain't get no bond on the other ones. Okay, cool. It had came out, it had surfaced that you hired Bruce Harvey and Westmoreland. Nothing you do is gonna be able to be kept a secret. You got to go through extreme measures. And when you ain't got that type of money to go through extreme measures, you got people that start to feel a little obligated. You got people that start to feel obligated, like they got so much of a say-so in how people do their thing. Now, it's mighty strange to me because I was having a conversation earlier, and it concerned me that, and I was trying to figure this out. How is it that this particular lady attorney, and I'm not talking about Miss Westmoreland, link up with this particular attorney? I'm talking about Mr. Shaw. You link up with Mr. Shaw, with attorney Shaw, who represented a certain person. But then you did a press conference with him and he said that you assisted counseled him. But it was right after you went in there and represented another co-defendant at the bond hearing. Or you know what I'm saying, in the midst of when you were representing him in the bond hearing and stuff like that. And I'm very confused about. I'm more so concerned about integrity when it comes to these things. See, people laughing and playing on the internet, but you still got a brother. You got a no. I thought it was no slime left behind. Was it something like that? Wasn't it no slime left behind? Well, you seem to have left a few slimes behind. But every time something surfaces and it relates back to this certain person, things go a way that I have never seen. Never seen. And I'm like, you got people that do stuff. Hey, what they say? It was something. You got some people do what they can, and some people do what they want to. You feel? You know. But these people doing what they want to, because you thinking you can do what you can. Did that make sense? Don't let it go over your head. You going in there thinking you can do what you can. But while the whole time they doing what they want to do. Stop. Just stop. I seen a tweet. I don't be on Twitter too much. But I seen a tweet. And in the tweet, this particular attorney was saying, what the motherfucker said? They were done wrong by people around or family or whoever of Yak Gotti. They were done wrong by these people. And I can see, y'all got a lot of personal stuff that going on in the background. And y'all letting that personal stuff transfer into the courtroom and onto the internet where we watching. We're seeing this stuff. We're paying attention. You see what I'm saying? And see that personal stuff coming in the courtroom and see the judges and the camera people and the people that's at the courtroom, the families and stuff like that, they're seeing it first and foremost because y'all, they right there in the mix. They picking up on the energy. When I be down there, I feel the energy, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. I be down there handling my business. I ain't down there all in y'all be. Now, if I want to, I go in there and y'all know how I do if I want to. But I'm down there handling my own business. I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on too. So I do it for my audience. I come in there and see. But the first place that a lot of that negative energy and a lot of that negative stuff happen and transfer is at that courthouse. Oh, like I told y'all, the whole time I walk around 911, I'm hearing people talk about each other. I'm hearing. I'm just, what is that? Boom. The whole time you down there hee-hawing with these people, they digging up stuff on. Oh, they done gave it to the person, They down there trying to extort you. You say, shop trying to charge you with $500, $5,000 for something. 500 wouldn't have been enough me. But then you turn around and want to play with these folks. Shout out all this stuff, the judges, the bailiffs. They see this. They see when you on your phone in that hallway and you arguing with somebody. Or they over the same thing with Brian Steele tried to say, hey, I overheard somebody on the phone. You feel me? Oh, I was just in the hallway and I overheard the conversation. Man, so I overheard the conversation. It's very easy to overhear some shit down there. And I don't overheard a lot of lying. But that's why I say people got to be very cautious of the things they do and the way they move. See, I can't tell nobody what to do. But one thing I have always advised is don't fight your case in the media, Shaw. So YouTube, all that, don't fight your case in the media. And you don't want no attorney who trying to fight your case in the media, because the media, internet gonna chew you up, Shaw. People not gonna see things like you see it. And the internet is undefeated. You can't win on the internet. Every time them folk click on YouTube and they see certain people pop up, I ain't talking about me. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about them certain people, those same people that come down there in that courtroom and been playing on. They can't stand it. You go in there and cook all the goddamn while it walks you want. You're gonna make all the enchiladas, all the packet that you want to. But it'll never digest the hate that them folk got for you down in that courthouse. Hello. The hate that they got with them, man. I ain't never in my life seen nobody get 40-year probation, 30-year probation, 115-year probation. I ain't never, who? You might well stay in jail. Nigga, 40-year probation, 20 years in jail. But the tangled web, you weed. You did. And it get like that, y'all. But everybody stay on point, man. They keep kicking field goals. They keep going in the courtroom trying to kick field goals. Miss. I ain't, what the fuck? And this was my thing. I swear to God, and I'm just asking y'all because I really don't know. What was the court date supposed to be about today? Like, all I know is out the blue, like, Deamonte Kendrick going to court. Wait a minute. Caleb Bumper worked her move. Hey, that's what they said, though. That Southern had worked her move on the back end, got the probation revocation move from February to January. How? Who? What? You did all this for him to hire? I'm confused. No move would work. So I'm trying to figure out, what was the court date supposed to be about today? Was this just we trying to make sure you're still in jail, or what the who? Hey, listen to me, y'all. Nah, they ain't do no probation revocation. They said he had more serious charges and he was gonna have to come back. I believe they said February the 5th. But so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what? Who filed this paperwork? Who got to answer? Who did this? Who did this? I can only think of one person who would have did something this fucking blank. The same person that went in there. These people like, huh? Wait a minute. Bruce Harvey, like, we got to step in and help him because he ain't got no representation. This person that came in there and really left you out to dry. Because the last thing they said, well, we're going to handle it, we're going to handle it, you got more reputation. You look up, your attorney gone. I'm sorry, I was finna hit myself because that would I'd slap a motherfucker like that. The time he get out, he need to slap her. Come on, what the fuck was you? You don't goddamn leave me, motherfucker. But at the same time, you should slap yourself first. I wonder how Yak mama feel about Shower. I just wonder. Because y'all know she don't hold back. You see, they probably be all down there at the courthouse arguing. You weren't saying that when you were standing in my house. You weren't saying that when you were doing them videos, my goddamn. You weren't saying that when you were going your ass down there sucking everybody dick while his hair, motherfucker. You know that. See, they don't see we don't know. You say you suck everybody dick and while his hair. Slatty, slap. Hey, but now, from my understanding, now I ain't gonna go too far anything. I'm just really breaking down to y'all. I really don't understand other than a personal vengeance as to why a lot of this stuff is happening. This is just people, again, doing what they want to do. See, you got people that are doing what they want to do because they can. Then you got people that are doing what they can do because they want to. Wait a minute. Doing what they can because, yeah, I guess I had it right. Hello. Hey, the husband is controlling the motion now. Yes, he is. Ain't that why you don't he controlling the motion now. And that's just what it is. But at the same time, listen, it big. That what motion? That part. Ain't no motion. Got a little something going on, but I'm just saying. I'm saying what I had to say about it. Other than that, I came up here to talk about Deamonte Kendrick court hearing, which did not happen. Remix of the century. They keep remixing him. He might want to drop an album when he get out. I ain't know my son ain't gonna do like that. Well, this is crazy. This is crazy. But again, I just feel like I done told y'all. So there was something I did want to discuss. Let's check this out, y'all. I want to check this out. Now they say old Doug got up here and did a Vlad team, man. Now I want to see Doug on the damn Vlad team, man. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something now. I used to like Doug. I don't dislike him or nothing like that, but I'm getting a little bit, hip to what Doug got going on. Now, this Vlad TV right here. Now, wait a minute, we finna watch it. Right. Doug starting wait a minute, me. You hear me? Like I see now. That's why I get, like they were saying, Max Shard and them don't really rock with bro like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna hear what he got. That thing. But that's what he talking about. He won't play it.
All right, here we go. Today we have attorney Doug Weinstein, who represented Yak Gotti in the YSL RICO case and got him a non-guilty verdict. Welcome to Vlad TV.
Thank you for having me on. I'm glad we could finally get together.
Absolutely. Well, you were part of one of the biggest trials in hip-hop history, so I think it was just important for me to actually get you on the show and talk about the whole situation. Now, what was interesting when I actually did research was this is your first criminal trial ever.
That is true. This is my first criminal, not my first trial, but my first criminal trial ever.
Okay, so why would Yak Gotti hire you when you actually had no criminal trial experience?
You know, it's interesting. I work with the App law firm. That is who I am with. And so Deamonte, Yak, he hired Jay Apt and the App law firm to represent him. I recently came on board the App law firm, and I was, when this case started, heavily involved in going through all these terabytes and terabytes of discovery. And just the way it worked out is my knowledge, I guess, was so deep that I ended up, instead of kind of sharing the case together, and we all did work on the case, but I ended up being pretty much the primary attorney responsible for going to court, doing all the work. So it just circumstance. And we developed a very good relationship, and I think that helped.
Okay, so I want to give a little bit of the backstory on the whole case. So as we talk about it, it kind of makes sense in terms of what happened before. Now, you obviously were not involved in any of this back in 2015.
No.
But these are the events that kind of led into the RICO trial. So right around 2015, YSL and YFN began to have a beef. Now, the origins of the beef is a little murky. Some people say it's over the signing of Rich Homie Quan. Other people say it was over an altercation between Shell Kell and Lil Woody. But ultimately, it led into an event that happened on January 10th. But eventually, it led into a situation where on January 10th, 2015, Donovan Nut Thomas was murdered in front of a barbershop.
Right.
Now, according to the prosecutors, this was actually orchestrated by Young Thug. YSL Woody was the one who got the car, and they said that Yak Gotti was the driver in the actual murder. After the murder occurs, 2 other people were shot. And according to Nut's brother, as Nut was dying, he said, Young Thug had me killed. So a bunch of nonsense goes on. A bunch of shootings. They say 4 murders, Hauser getting shot up, and so forth. And this actually leads up to the situation where RICO charges gets filed. Young Thug and 27 other people get arrested, including Yak Gotti in a 56 count indictment.
Right.
Now, Yak Gotti also faced additional charges because he was there when Young Thug got arrested. So he was facing 12 counts, including racketeering, murder, guns, drugs, and street gang participation. Is that fairly accurate?
That's fairly accurate. I would say 9 counts. He was facing 9 counts, but it doesn't matter. 9, 12, he was facing a lot of counts, and a lot of counts related to being at Young Thug's house when the police raided the home.
Okay, now when Young Thug's house was raided, they found, I believe, illegal guns as well as drugs as well?
They found a machine gun. They found drugs. They found some other guns. So yeah, they found all those at his house. His house was a party house. And that doesn't necessarily explain a machine gun, but it explains the drugs, explains the drink, or the cough syrup that was there.
Now, was Yak Gotti charged with those things as well?
What happened was when investigator Viverito went into the house, she said, and there were a lot of people in the house, she said, put everything in here on those folks that have priors. So they charged Young Thug, they charged Yak Gotti, my client, and they charged Duke Martinez Arnold with everything that was in the house without any thought. They just put it all on them.
Okay, so how soon after the arrest does he actually hire you?
Shortly there, I would say within a month.
Ain't that what I would tell you?
Okay.
We
So
hire
now you're his
right
client.
then. Ain't nobody hiring.
What was some of the initial conversations like?
That was on no damn.
You know, it's interesting because, as you say, why did he hire me? And he didn't hire me. He hired Jay Apt and the Apt law firm. So I went out to visit him at Rice Street, where he was, and I got a bit of an icy reception in that, like, who are you? Which does happen sometimes, right? And his attitude toward me wasn't a lot different than other clients that I first meet. In other words, I don't know who you are. I understand you're at the App law firm. I don't know if you're someone who I can trust. So our relationship probably started, as it does with a lot of clients, a little cold, and then it warmed up over time.
No, I wasn't cutting up. I was just goddamn dancing to a new drum. Yeah, did. Dancing to a new drum, shout. But yeah. So I mean, I get the interviews. And everything like that. But you know, at some point in time, it's time to just move on. I see what people were saying on tweet, what the thing is when with the bird, you had a bird X on X, and they were saying, you know, it's time people to just walk away from certain things. I know that Brian Steele, man, so it's certain attorneys that when this was over, they went on about their business. You know, Brian Steele is on a whole new case representing that lady who tried to cover up or something. I forgot who tried to cover up the unaliving somebody. I can't remember right now. And before that, he was doing the appeal for Blaylock. That man gonna go and work, shout. He's not holding on. See, a lot of people don't know how to move on. A lot of people scared to move on. A lot of people ain't got nothing to move on to. And it shows. And I'm not talking about. I'm just talking in general. You're right. Still do have an established practice. He does. And any smart attorney in this situation, y'all, in my opinion, and if it was me, anybody that had anything to do with this could go and easily establish their own firm at this point. If you, but I'm not saying he doesn't, but what I'm saying is you shouldn't still be lingering and holding on to this his way. Deamonte, he beat the trial. And I'm not telling Doug what to do. Doug, cool. And like I say, I ain't even really necessarily talking about him per se, but I'm talking in general. Doug can, you know, Vlad TV for Doug. I mean, like, again, I try to be respectful with certain people, goddamn. I try to goddamn, but also be honest. To me, it's seeming more and more like a lot of people been calling Doug a clout chaser. I ain't look at him like that. You know, I never really paid him attention, but the more and more I see him, it's like, I don't know what he got going on, you feel me? But it do look like, you know, you could be doing some other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay, Thor sister said it too. Well, they do. Go on to the next case. Go down there. It's a difference between being a blogger and a content creator. What y'all were doing was creating content throughout the YSL trial. You were creating their content, you were showing it, a blogger is gonna do a plethora of things. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna do content creating, you're gonna cover that. You got people that talk about a plethora of stories. See, I told y'all, when I came into YouTube, you learn not to get caught up in what they call sectors. Because when you get caught up in a sector, it's hard to get out that sector. You feel me? It's hard to get out that sector, and it's because you done caught yourself up in it, and nobody else want to hear nothing else from you. You can't go and talk about the political stuff or different things because you only been confined to just one little thing. And when it's over, people start trying to beat what you call a deceased horse. You feel me? Being a dead horse, it's like there's nothing there, and you're gonna squeeze lemons out of the scoops with whatever you say out the situation, trying to create more and more stuff, and it just gonna make you look worse and worse till you get to the point where you crash out and then wake up one day and you on YouTube and you don't unalive yourself because you couldn't deal with the pressure no more. And it happens. And then when they be like, man, shout out, I crashed out. I'm telling y'all we ain't gonna have it, shout. Me, y'all know me. I come up here, I be the same person. I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna talk, whoop, whoop, but I'm gonna keep it real. Other people can't take it. Before we crashing out, they're gonna flip out one day, and we're gonna be watching them on live. Watch. They're gonna be on live one day, and they're gonna go too far. They're gonna go too far. Yeah, I'm gonna be covering a lot of other cases. But see, I'm in school, so I be in school too, y'all. So I'm in school, and I'm trying to go on and get that knocked out. Hey, I'd be really goddamn working. But I'm covering other cases. I ain't gonna really talk on the cases that I'm be on, cause see, I go with the attachments. You feel me? See, y'all don't understand. They still ain't locked nobody up for unaliving my partner Jair Snyder. You feel me? They still ain't locked nobody up for that. And I ran into the dude while we were out there in Lenny, finna tell Lenny my old Lord the other day. But a lot of people don't understand. See, I'm talking about the stuff that I got a personal attachment to. Give a fuck about no ISS. Oh, ain't got nothing to do with it. I just be telling y'all what's going on, cause I be knowing. And I be like, yeah, I tell you about Fulton County. My main thing, even when I got out of Fulton County, was to advocate and bring awareness to the conditions of Fulton County. YSL, I'm just like, oh, okay. I can tell y'all about this and what's going on. Cause I just was in there with these boys. I've been locked up with these boys. I said 2014, 2015. I started going to Fulton County back in like 08. You feel me? But yeah, I'm talking about a lot of cases. I ain't one of them that get, you know. But he really sat down with him. And mind you, that was just a little piece of the interview that they released. Man, by the time the whole interview come out, man, please. Y'all know y'all know what's going on. Them boy might have another Rico on them. No. But so can you cover the fires in Los Angeles that's burning over 5,000 acres and count right now? Hey, what's going on, chat? Yeah, don't crash out, be for real. Yeah, so you said it's a. I gotta look into it. Let me look at the fires in Los Angeles. What's on fire? Oh, you said the land. That's always happening now. Not to sound messed up, but I like that criminal stuff. Let me see. What they got going on? They going on right now?
Make decisions regarding closure of schools in a very methodical and science-driven manner. So after a great deal of consultation overnight with experts looking at the data and considering the fact that air quality conditions deteriorated significantly overnight, we have made the decision to shut down a number of schools, particularly in the eastern part of our school system. I will define what those boundaries are. School communities, beginning with leadership, workforce, and families have been informed about these areas. And as of now, those schools within the boundaries of the area that I will define are closed. This accounts for about 10% of our total schools in our district, about 100 schools out of 1,000 schools. The areas that I'm speaking about are schools located north of Manchester Boulevard, Firestone Boulevard, east of 10th Avenue, west of I-710, and south of Highway 134. Any school within that area, and that accounts again for the eastern part of our district, where the air quality met or exceeded levels that are not appropriate for employees or students to be around, are effectively shut down. We will be making decisions about what will happen in those schools going into tomorrow by 4 p.m. today based on the evolution conditions. In fact, since we made the decision to shut down those schools, air quality conditions have improved significantly despite the fact that they worsened significantly overnight. I want to speak specifically about schools surrounding the Palisades area. As of last night, we had to shut down 5 schools as a result of mandatory evacuation conditions. Those were Kinter Canyon Elementary School, Canyon Elementary School, Marquez Elementary School, Palisades Charter Elementary School, Revere Middle School, and Topanga Elementary School, in addition to Palisades High Charter High School. We have reports that Palisades High sustained significant damage as a result of the fire. We are working with state and federal entities to quickly access resources to address the issues facing this community. I want to very briefly address our workforce. We know today is not going to be a perfect day. A number of schools are shut down. However, localized conditions may make it difficult for our workforce or parents and students to access schools. Air quality conditions may vary and in fact may not necessarily be appropriate beyond the area where we close schools. Please use your discretion. We will utilize grace and be flexible regarding attendance and for students and employees alike. Specifically, students and employees who face chronic respiratory conditions or other health issues. We will be flexible regarding these individuals. We will provide additional updates later on today regarding conditions of schools going into tomorrow. For the schools that are open, recognizing the workforce needs of the parents of our children, beyond the bell activities, care for children in those schools will continue to be provided today. Today is not a typical day. We need flexibility, patience, and grace, and we shall extend that to our workforce and certainly our parents and students in our community. Once again, our hearts go out to those who have been impacted, and our eternal gratitude to the first responders of our community for the fantastic, difficult work they've done over the past 24 hours. Thank you very much. First responders of our community for the fantastic, difficult work they've done over the past 24 hours. Thank you very much.
Morning. A lot of information to pass on, but please know this. This is a very difficult and challenging situation, but we're surrounded here by people who really care, and we're going to get through this together. That means with all of you as partners in our community. Our top priority continues to be the safety and well-being of our impacted residents, first responders, and all of the individuals involved. But understand that this is a very fluid situation, specifically in the Altadena area, and a lot of our personnel, our deputy personnel, are involved in life-saving measures as we speak now. We are working very closely with local, state, and federal agencies to provide necessary resources and support. We have been in constant communication with both our fire and law enforcement partners across LA County and beyond to ensure that all available resources that are needed are being deployed strategically and effectively, but we are prioritizing life over everything else. There are over several hundred sheriff department personnel working around the clock to evacuate residents in danger, assist with road closures, and respond to multiple missions that are given to us, and they do change periodically depending on that life mission to ensure that everyone is going to be safe or there are approximately 32,500 residents under evacuation orders and approximately 13,186 structures that we deem at risk, and that could grow. Evacuation warnings, approximately 38,600 residents are under evacuation warnings and approximately 14,342 structures are at risk. At 4 a.m. this morning, the evacuation orders did expand to parts of the city of Duarte, Monrovia, and La Cañada. And again, we continue to assess that. That's evolving. That's going to change. So I encourage you to consistently pay attention to all sources of information so you're ready to go when you are given that order, if that does come. as information's changing, even as I was driving up here, even as I'm walking up to this podium, I'm getting messages about several of our employees who have lost their homes in the last several hours. I don't know how many, because we are still gathering that information, but we all live here in Los Angeles County, so we are impacted. So we're going to make sure that within our department, we're wrapping our arms around our employees just like we do with community members. Again, as I was coming up here, I did find out that we did have 2 fatalities in this area. I don't have any specifics. There is a lot of damage out there. We're still in the process of doing these assessments, trying to still save lives. So this information is going to change. The Altadena Sheriff Station itself was evacuated, and it was at least limited on fire. There was some fire at the Altadena station, but we did have to clear out all of our employees out of there. I'm hearing some miraculous stories, and they're just barely coming in, of our deputies who were trying to evacuate the Altadena station, and then residents were running up from different locations around there asking them for assistance in getting them out of their structures. And from what I understand, they were barely able to get people out before these structures started burning. There's just heroic stories of what our deputies are doing out there from last night and this morning. I want to make sure people know deputies are working to assist residents who are evacuating and continuing to make evacuation notices as we're speaking. They are securing areas that are evacuated, and it's always sad when I have to say this, but part of our responsibility is to make sure that no one loots or steals from our residents, our community members who are already being impacted. And I'm sad to report we made 2 arrests this morning for looting already. So if you are thinking about coming into any of these areas to steal from our residents, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be caught, you're going to be arrested, and you're going to be prosecuted. Don't do that. Stay out of these areas. It's only for emergency workers and people who live there. We are at this point unable to clearly determine the extent of damage at this point because the conditions are rapidly evolving and the destruction needs to be assessed as the daylight hours have come forward. I do know that I've lost at least 1 sheriff's black and white to a fire. Thank God that the deputy is okay. But deputies continue to be on patrol throughout the road closure areas to ensure evacuation areas remain closed to the public. All schools in the Pasadena Unified School District are closed. There is a road closure at Altadena Drive from Allen to New York Drive. For those in need of shelter, please head to the Pasadena Convention Center located at 300 East Green Street in the city of Pasadena, and we're working with them in unified command and in partnership as well. For animals, there are established shelters at Large Animal Shelter Rose Bowl Stadium at 1001 Rose Bowl Drive in Pasadena, Small Animal Shelter Pasadena Humane Society at 361 South Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. I'm going to switch gears now to the Palisades fire that we've been heavily involved in with our partners, again, with LAPD and LA City Fire and everyone else that's up there working. As of this morning, the fire was still burning in that area. That's impacting our residents. Evacuations are in effect, continuously in effect for the city of Calabasas, the city of Malibu, Los Angeles City, Pacific Palisades, and unincorporated area of Los Angeles County and Topanga Canyon. Evacuation orders are approximately 37,000 residents under evacuation orders and approximately 15,000 structures at risk. Again, that's specifically for the Palisades fire. Evacuation warnings, approximately 20,000 residents are under evacuation warnings and approximately 6,500 structures are at risk. There have been minor injuries and our partners at the fire department have talked about those, and several, unfortunately, structures that have been lost, and we're still assessing those. Bear with me, I'm almost there. There's a lot of information, very important information. There are several road closures which can change rapidly. The 10 freeway at Lincoln Boulevard, southbound PCH at Las Flores Canyon, southbound PCH at Topanga Canyon, Coastline Drive at southbound PCH, westbound PCH to Entrada to eastbound close from PCH and Malibu Canyon. We have established shelters up for that fire in the following locations: Westwood Recreation Center, which is at 1350 South Sepulveda Boulevard in Los Angeles; Pasadena Convention Center, which I already mentioned, we can go there; 300 East Green Street in the city of Pasadena; and El Camino Real Charter High School, 5440 Valley Circle Boulevard in Woodland Hills. Animal shelters, large animals, LA Equestrian Center at 480 West Riverside in Burbank; large animal shelter, Pierce College, 6201 Winnetka Avenue in Woodland Hills; large animal shelter, Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena; small animal shelter, Agora Animal Center; and small animal shelter, Pasadena Humane Society as well. We got to take care of our pets. As I wrap up, a reminder, and you've heard it from several of us, you need to be prepared. If you are in a warning area, make sure you have your essentials, your important paperwork, your medications, things that you can take, your phone charger to survive for at least a week. But if you are told to evacuate and given an order, there is nothing worth your life. Please listen to the police and fire officials that are out there and be prepared to evacuate. If you have more questions or there's about evacuations, evacuation centers, or road closures, go to lacounty.gov/emergency or our Sheriff's Department social media. Now it's my honor to introduce my partner of the Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, Jim McDonald.
Thank you very much. And as you look at the group assembled behind me this morning, each of those and everybody we represent who's out in the field all have families. Many are impacted directly by the fire, but they leave those families to come and try and be able to help everybody else who's out there. So I owe a debt of gratitude to everybody who is putting it all on the line for everyone else. This is a tragic time in our history here in Los Angeles, but a time where we're really tested and see who we really are. And it's critical that at these times we be patient, that we come together, that we focus on saving lives and to be able to do the very best job we can. So when we look back on this, we know that we did what we could for others. I look at the people who were out there on the line last night. The winds were like something that I have never seen before. Firefighters, police officers, deputies, they're out there sheltering in their vehicles, their trucks and their cars so that they don't end up getting burned from the fire that was being driven by 75 plus mile an hour winds. They were there until they could get out of the car and go back to doing their work. As you can imagine, a very difficult circumstance to deal with. These are, as I mentioned, unprecedented conditions, but also unpredictable. As the fire continues to spread and pop up in different locations, none of us know where the next one is going to be. So I would ask you to be vigilant, to look at your neighborhood, to talk to your neighbors, to have everybody on board so that if they see something start up, that we get on it very quickly. We get fire resources out there as soon as we possibly can, because with these winds, once it starts small, it'll be very big very quickly. And so I would ask for everybody's help, cooperation, and vigilance in that role. As you've heard before about evacuation, that makes the difference between living and not. And so I would ask you to take these warnings, these orders to evacuate very seriously. As you've heard over and again, be ready to go, pack what you need up, but then please comply with these orders. Then we don't give them, put them out lightly. When we believe that you're in the path of the fire, we're going to order that evacuation. And we really, really need your compliance on that, because if we have to send people in to try and make rescues, those people are putting their lives on the line directly for something that could have been avoidable. Sheriff Luna mentioned looting. That's something that we also have to watch out for. That is incredible that we'd even have to talk about that during these tragic times. But we are going to take that also extremely seriously, and we will follow up with that in the strongest way possible. As far as traffic goes, that's something that we're used to dealing with here. This will be an extra test of gridlock in many places due to people not having access to their normal routes. I would say that if you have an ability to be able to stay out of the west side today, to commute or to work from home, as long as your employers are good with that, to take advantage of that. The air is very tough today for particularly those who are challenged medically. If you can stay home and work from there, I would recommend that. We will continue to support our partners and the fire service and our other law enforcement partners. But to all and the public who are watching this, sincere thank you to all of you for your cooperation and your patience as we all get through this together. Thank you.
Now we're going to introduce my colleague, Supervisor Lindsay Horvath, who represents the Palisades area. Lindsay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This morning, we woke up to a dark cloud
This
over
is
all of Los Angeles.
25 is off to a bad.
But it is darkest for those
like
who are
real,
most
for real.
intimately impacted by these fires. It has been an immensely painful 24 hours for communities I represent. The Palisades, the Hearst, and Woodley fires are all in the 3rd District. But our strength is in our togetherness, and that will determine how we make it through. We need your partnership in this time of crisis. It is difficult to process the immensity of the destruction and loss, and we extend our hearts and every resource we have to all of our impacted residents. We know when we talk about these structures, they aren't just structures. They aren't even just houses. They're homes. This is our home. These are places where we built community, where we raised families, where we made memories that we will never forget, even if we can't go back to these structures. These are our home. Losing home is simply devastating. And I know that we are all here to support you and stand with you in this time of need. Aggressive winds and fire know no jurisdictional boundaries, nor does coordination and action across our LA County agencies with President Biden and Governor Newsom as they unlock support through fire assistance management grants for Palisades, Eaton, and Hearst fires so far. The talent and tenacity of our first responders is nothing short of extraordinary. And I've said it before, these people on the front lines are doing this because this is their calling. This is not simply a job that they came to have an occupation. They are called to this work to keep us safe, to keep our community safe, and to do all they can in this time of crisis to protect our Los Angeles County. Overnight winds grounded our vehicles, and we have red flag conditions through the end of day tomorrow. But we know that because of these fearless warriors on the front lines, we are doing all that we can to contain this fire. Thank you for your work to keep Los Angeles County safe, including the 3rd District communities of Pacific Palisades, Topanga Canyon, Sunset Mesa, Malibu, Santa Monica, Sylmar, Granada Hills, Lake Balboa, and surrounding communities. Our #1 message to everyone in impacted areas is to follow all evacuation orders and warnings and to stay where you are safe as long as the evacuations remain in place. We continue to have shelter capacity for you, as you have heard, for you, for your pets, and we have animal sheltering sites as well. These orders are not just to keep you safe and to keep your community safe. They are also to keep those on the front lines of this devastating crisis safe. And the longer that you wait to evacuate, the more you are putting people in danger who are putting their lives on the line to protect your homes. Please don't do this. Please evacuate. There is also an evacuation order in Santa Monica, the northern border of the city to San Vicente. The warning is north of Montana to San Vicente as well. We have an evacuation order as well as a warning there. Barry J. Nydorf Juvenile Hall is in Sylmar, and that is under evacuation warning because of the Hearst fire. Our probation department has evacuation plans in place should that move to an evacuation order from a warning. And our priority is to keep our youth in our care safe. Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District has closed its schools today. And as you heard from Superintendent Carvalho, LAUSD has a variety of updates. We have heard from our state insurance commissioner as well. And while this is still quite early in this emergency, we do have some initial guidance from his office for evacuated households on reimbursable insurance expenses, with information to be found at insurance.ca.gov. Obtain a complete copy of your insurance policy, take note of additional living expense limits, track additional expenses, document conversations with your insurer or adjuster, and don't rush any decisions. If you have any questions, call 800-927-4357. Please continue to check emergency.lacounty.gov for the latest information. And I know we will see brighter skies by working together. Los Angeles County will continue to be unrelenting in our response. And I know we have only the finest on the front lines fighting this fire. It's our duty to see them succeed. Thank you.
All right, now we are going to hear from LA City Council President and Mayor Pro Tem Marquise Harris Johnson.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I just want to begin by thanking and recognizing and acknowledging the great work of our first responders, especially the men and women of Los Angeles Fire Department, who last night we all witnessed doing heroic work in the face of grave danger. Last night was one of the most devastating and terrifying nights that we've seen in any part of our city at any part of our history. Fire literally jumping roads, taking out structures, and our public safety professionals created an environment where injuries were kept to a minimum, fatalities were kept to a minimum, and we wake up this morning with a renewed spirit that we can defeat this fire and move on to a brighter day. I want to also acknowledge the two members of the council that are with us today that represent the areas of the fire. Councilwoman Tracy Park of the 11th District, who's I think probably has about 90 minutes sleep by my count, because every time I looked on the television, you were there knocking on doors in neighborhoods, in community centers, at the shelters, making sure the community was okay. And then an absolute professional, someone who, since I've been on the council with her, has had to fight a fire almost every year. And so is a pro from the San Fernando Valley, the council member from the 7th District, Monica Rodriguez. And again, all the men and women, the firefighters are in the front, but our DWP workers are out there making sure we don't have additional fires from power lines, and countless folks, DOT, making sure the flow of traffic stays so that folks who want to evacuate can do so, are out there as well. So there's literally thousands and thousands of people working together to make this work. I want to announce a few more closures to add to the school closures that we heard, and the closures that the sheriff and the supervisor read to us. Griffith Park closed today, including Lake Hollywood. Runyon Canyon closed today. The Los Angeles Zoo closed today. The Hollywood Reservoir closed today. The Hollywood Sign closed today, as well as all the roads through the Sepulveda Basin in the San Fernando Valley. So nobody should be going those places today anyway. I will amend what Chief McDonald said. Not only if you're on the west side or in the valley, anywhere in this city, if you can stay off the roads, please do so. I live in South LA, a long way away from the fires. Visibility is less than 1 block because of the smoke. So if there is not a good reason for you to be on the roads, we ask that you leave the roads open as possibly as you can to the public safety professionals that have to do their work and will lead us out of the crisis that we face here in the city of Los Angeles and the county of Los Angeles today. Also, lastly, just grateful for the work of the President of the United States, kicked in for us late last night, who happens to be in Southern California. The governor was with us in the Pacific Palisades last night and has helped out. And a range of municipalities around the county and outside the county have come in to help where they can. And we're extremely, extremely grateful for their help in this time of crisis for our city and our county. And with that, I will ask the Director of the Office of Emergency Management for Los Angeles County, Kevin McGowan, to come to the mic.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm Kevin McGowan. I'm the director with the LA County's Office of Emergency Management. As my partners up here have said before, we're facing a historic natural disaster, and I think that can't be stated strong enough. This is not a normal red flag. We've been in partnership with the National Weather Service for days prior to the arrival of this severe windstorm. There's been amazing communication by the National Weather Service, and they should be acknowledged for all of the communication that was put out days in advance. What's critical about that is it partnered all of our public safety and emergency organizations throughout the county to begin preparations for this. And a lot of the successes we saw over the last 18 to 20 hours is a direct result of painstaking preparations that had gone into place for the last 48 to 72 hours. We still have a long road ahead of us. Our county is known with wildland fires. We just finished working on the Franklin fire. We've had the Bridge fire, the Post fire. This has been a very destructive fire season. This is just going to add to it. Our eyes are on mitigating the impacts from this emergency, working with our community partners, and then charting a course for what will be a long recovery effort. With that, I would like to introduce our Department of Public Works for LA County Director, Mark Pistrella.
Good morning. Thank you, Kevin. My name is Mark Pistrella. I'm the Director of Public Works for Los Angeles County, the largest public works department in the United States. We're coordinating across the area with all our partner agencies, including, of course, primarily the City of Los Angeles, in addressing this event today. I'm going to talk a little bit about what our focus is in terms of infrastructure, and then I'll move on. Before I do that, though, I do want to acknowledge all of the residents that have either lost a home or who are being evacuated. I do personally understand what that is about and understand what kind of fear that can put into you. One thing I would recommend to you before you leave that home, if you want something to do, is to close that home up tight, close any openings, completely tight to the home, and make sure that access is open.
For the ones ensuring the job always gets done, and the ones wearing many hats, Grainger offers professional-grade industrial supplies and real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For the inevitable post-event, which may be flows of debris and mud. With respect to water resources, there's been quite a bit of talk in the media about the water system that we're using for suppression. So let me make the following statement. There have been quite a bit of comments over social media about the local water supply and its impact on firefighting efforts. There is collaboration across this region. Over 200 water retailers serve the region. LA County serves the area that in the Eaton fire area. LA City serves the area of the Palisades area. We also serve the Palisades area in the north area of unincorporated water supply through the hydrant system. The municipal water systems that service our homes and businesses continue to work effectively. However, they are not designed to fight wildfires. A firefight with multiple fire hydrants drawing water from the system for several hours is unsustainable. This is a known fact. That's why air support is so critical to the firefight. And unfortunately, wind and air visibility have prevented that support. County water reservoir, however, county and city water reservoirs, open reservoirs, are available and on standby once that support becomes available. We will be having fixed wing as well as helicopter draw of water from our system. We also need customers to understand that it is really quite futile to attempt to fight fire with your hose at your house. That's not something I would recommend you do, but in fact, I would ask that you turn off your water and turn off your gas, both things before you leave the residence so that we can continue to have that water supply for the hydrant system. The transportation system is operating with many, many closures. Those closures are meant for evacuation as well as fire suppression efforts. So we're asking residents not to abandon vehicles in streets, to not park vehicles in streets, but to leave those vehicles on your property. And we ask that you drive very carefully, because we also have the other event of wind right now. And we have numerous signals out across the area. So we need people to drive very consciously in the street system. And then the third piece in the road system and in our homes is the wind is causing massive tree fall. We have over hundreds and hundreds of trees that have fallen in the area already. We expect more of that to occur. This is a safety hazard for you and your children. So we're asking that you avoid walking outside, avoid being under trees, avoid parking cars under trees, all the things that you can imagine that a tree can do. A tree can be just as devastating to a home and to your personal self as a fire. So please be aware that the wind event is going to continue and the infrastructure is in place to do with that. We are currently preparing to remove that. We are removing trees as they fall where it's safe to do so. There will be a mass debris removal system put together that the county is coordinating, but we would be removing and working with the cities to remove the mass debris that's going to occur not only from the structures that have been damaged, but all of these trees that are down. So please, one of the things is make way for our utility workers who are in support of the very brave firemen and sheriff and police force that are out doing their job. We are in full support of them. So lastly, on the flood control system, this is just a quick note that yes, in fact, we will have a lot of debris. The flood control system has been impacted. That covers the entire region by the fire. In fact, many of our facilities have been burned. One in Eaton area, Eaton Yard, where there is a debris dam there, and its facilities are currently threatened. We're looking at that and want to raise up those systems. As we enter into post-fire, our department will be available to do a review of your individual properties to make sure that you're safe from debris flow as another event that may occur in LA County. With that, I'm happy to turn over the microphone to my partner from the Department of Water and Power, the General Manager, Janice Quiñones.
Thank you, Mark. I am Janice Quiñones, CEO and Chief Engineer for LADWP. I want to start by thanking everybody on this response. I've been in emergency management my whole career, and the collaboration I've seen in this response has been incredible, especially our first responders, our crews. I want to thank our crews that have been working on high winds trying to restore power as fast as possible, and also county, city council, mayor's office. The mayor has been in contact with me all the time. And also other utilities in California have been proactively reaching out to us to help us with the restoration. So we're in the process of contacting them to ask for more support. I want to continue the thought process that Mark had about water supply in Palisades. We had a tremendous demand on our system in the Palisades. We pushed the system to the extreme. 4 times the normal demand was seen for 15 hours straight, which lowered our water pressure. We were pushing 75 CFS on our trunk line to try to keep water pressures in the system. If there's a message you take away from me today, is I need our customers to really conserve water, not just in the Palisade area, but the whole system, because the fire department needs the water to fight the fires, and we're fighting a wildfire with urban water systems, and that is really challenging. What happened in Palisades? We have 3 large water tanks, about 1 million gallons each. We ran out of water in the first tank at about 4:45 p.m. yesterday. We ran out of water on the second tank about 8:30 p.m. and the third tank about 3 a.m. this morning. Those tanks help with the pressure on the fire hydrants and the hills of Palisades. And because we were pushing so much water in our trunk line, and so much water was being used before it can get to the tanks, we were not able to fill the tanks fast enough. So the consumption of water was faster than we can provide water in our trunk line. So I want to make sure that you understand there's water on the trunk line. It just cannot get up the hill because we can't.
I ain't even gonna lie. I see what y'all talking about now. I'm tuning in and out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tuning in and out of it, but because I'm reading the article, and that's why I stopped, because I was like, okay, maybe I should just read to y'all what they saying, because I'm really like, I don't know what the fuck they up there talking about. But initially, NBC News reported that there were at least 2 people have been reported who lost their life in the fast-moving fires that happened in Los Angeles, and the evacuation of 80,000 people is going on, okay? So they said the Palisades fire had already burned through almost 3,000 acres, while Eden fire had destroyed 2,227 acres, and the Hearst fire had affected 500 acres. Okay, the Pacific Palisades is a neighborhood tucked between Santa Monica Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. So that's over 5,000 acres that is burned up in 3 massive fires that's going on. Okay, like this is some serious stuff. You got some, and apparently, like I said, it's 3 different fires, and this is spreading from Santa Monica. My cousin used to stay in Santa Monica, but he ain't done now, I don't think. But the Edenton fire sparked around. So let's just, you know. Okay. So the Edenton fire sparked around 6:30 p.m. yesterday in the Pasadena and Altadena area, while the Hearst fire ignited around 10:30. So about 4 hours apart, these fires, you know what I'm saying, they take off, okay? In Salmar, north of San Bernardino, and grew to 500 acres, according to Cal Fire. Okay, so that's the one that hit 500 acres. The fires were sparked by a combination of dry conditions and powerful winds, and are having a huge effect far beyond the danger zones, with almost 300,000 energy customers in the dark this morning, according to poweroutage.com. And now I don't know how the hell a fire starts from with dry conditions and wind. What is it? And powerful wind. Yeah, go get water from the ocean. Yeah, so this started approximately last night. Los Angeles County Fires has requested mutual aid from Orange, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis counties, and first responders are on the way from Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State to help tackle the infernos burning across the city of Angels. Dang, shawty. Hey, that's that stuff that be talking about in the Bible, shawty. A fire just come through like that. Wait a minute now. 3 massive fires come through, and like y'all said earlier, at 75 mile per hour winds. Shawty, I don't know what's going on this year, but they calling people, like they say, from Oregon, Nevada, Washington State to come in and help. LA County Fire Chief Anthony C. Marone said last night he requested 50 engine strike teams. 50 engine strike teams. You feel me? Now, I can tell you what a jail strike team is, so I only can assume that that's the same thing when it comes to engine strike teams. So you wanted 50 engine strike teams, okay? So you need 50 engines, okay? Teams from the state office and emergency service composed of 250 fire engines and over 1,000 personnel. He warned that the National Weather Service had predicted a continued red flag weather event with strong winds and low humidity, placing all residents of Los Angeles County in danger. So they knew this was going to happen. 50 plus engines. They end up getting, they composed of 250 engines. Placing all residents of Los Angeles County, all residents. They need more than 50. They say they got 250, but all residents, placing all residents of Los Angeles County in danger. Everybody in LA is in danger. Like that's deep. A firestorm. All right. The Eden fire located in Angeles National Forest, the Eden fire located in Angeles National Forest and Altadena area of Los Angeles County and Pasadena has already unalived 2 people, LA County Fire Chief Anthony Marone said. The fire has burned more than 2,200 acres and continues to grow at zero. God dang. Woo! Oh my God. Because I'm reading this for the first time as I'm sitting up here with y'all. He says it continues to grow at a 0% containment. A 0% containment. That thing can grow as much as fast wherever, whenever it want to. They can't even contain it. It ain't being contained at all right now. If you try to contain it, you're gonna get burnt up. Man, please. The only thing they can, I don't know. God. In addition, the 2 civilian fatalities, there have been a number of significant injuries and more than 100 structures have been destroyed. The cause of the fire is unknown. I thought they said the fire started from the dry conditions. The cause of the fire is unknown and under investigation, and more than 500 personnel are assigned to the blaze. I thought they said up here the fires were sparked by a combination of dry conditions and powerful winds. That's according to poweroutage.com. But dang. Okay, now this is the Palisades fire. The Palisades fire has burned well over, oh my God, well over 5,000 acres and is growing at a 0% containment. LA County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney, how you say that, said in a briefing this morning. An estimated 1,000 structures have been destroyed. While there are no reported fatalities, Palisades fires, from the Palisades fires, there have been a high number of significant injuries and residents who did not evacuate, in addition to the first responders on the fire line. So they don't even know. They can't know. They can't know how many fatalities and stuff because you ain't been able to go in the fire. This is crazy, y'all. What? Y'all is funny, man. Y'all funny. You feel me? They can't know. Y'all ain't been able to go in there and fight 2 people. Who? You mean to tell me over 5,000 acres been burned and I know a cow or something? Man, you talking this, man, please. This is gonna get ugly. This is ugly. It's already. The Tyler fire is now at 100% contained. Okay, the Tyler fire is now 100% contained. Oh, I'm getting tired of reading them. This shit didn't make no sense to me. But the fire still spans 15. It's making plenty of sense, but I'm not getting like y'all switching up y'all story. Like, how did it start? Do y'all not know how it started? Like, and it spread out in 3 different areas. Now, according to this will be the 4th fire because they're saying that this one is contained. Damn. But let me see. Damn. He out there in the fire. What is it?
car wash, the library, the whole area where the park is in the Huntington. Many of the streets are on fire, Alphabet streets. Just hope everybody got out okay and everybody's looking after one another. Just want to send my love.
What the fuck was that? How the fuck did he just? Man, see, people always know more weird ass shit. Like I would take you serious up until you just did that shit. Like that didn't even fucking match right there. But did y'all see that shit on fire? That shit look like Christmas. It look like houses lit up on Christmas. Man, he said the library gone. They say he ain't no jumper in LA. This is crazy, y'all. They can't contain this stuff. But look, one life, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. I gotta I'm gonna go to sleep. I ain't finna go to sleep on that. Oh, catch y'all in a minute. Give me something to eat. I wanted to, like I say, I started out talking about this trial, and then, you know, dang, this is deep. I am gonna be looking into this, but y'all know I'm old. I got to take another nap time. 12 o'clock, yup, it's nap time. I knew it was something. I knew it was. It's time for my nap. You understand it, bud? All right, I'll catch y'all in a minute, and I catch y'all in a minute. One Life family.